and welcome to episode 31 of Fallen Dragons. I am your DM tonight. My name is Mike, and I'm here with two out of the three of my players. Melody either has a cold or allergies, we're not sure which, but I will let my players tell you who they are, who their characters are, and what they do. So, I'll start with Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm playing Taylith Dorashell. She is a bronze dragonborn fighter.
And then down to Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick, and I'm playing Lucid Reverie, the Storm Cleric, who is a cleric of the Storm Lord.
Yeah. You do have to be specific. There are all kinds of God wannabes out there.
Yeah, you might get the God of Wind by mistake.
Depending on how that works out, that could be bad.
As long as it's not the God of the Brown Wind.
Well, sailors know that well and they try to avoid it. Um, it's been a while since we played this game. In fact, over a month. So basically, a small overview of what's taken place. Our group ended up on the Jakarian Inlet after taking a job, shall we say, from Tiamat. Because Tiamat heard of genesium, which is the most expensive substance in all of Azeron. And it can be used for several things, from street drug when modified correctly to a catalyst for almost any spell to make your magic much stronger than it is, and therefore every mage in Azeron is after some of this stuff. And once Tiamat heard about it, she constructed a plan to get some and use it against Asmodeus and take him out so she can rule the Nine Hells and be the most powerful thing there is. Um, Being that one of your characters, Smite, was a follower of her, Tiamat became impatient with your progress and took Smite down to serve her and such until you guys returned with the genesium. And after much fuss with a tower and a unicorn, uh, and a strange old wizard who made you a coffin-sized box that supposedly will create anything, but you later found out that even it has limitations.
I hope
um,
those limitations weren't in creating Genesium.
well, the box doesn't do really well when you try to create beings with it.
When who why did we try to do that?
Because we
I,
killed a couple of people and then realized that, oops, they work for the guy who we're sort of working for. So we tried to recreate them to send back as if everything was normal.
Oh, I'm sure it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, except for they weren't, what we created wasn't exactly human. So I'm not sure how well that worked out. But yeah.
I'm sure that won't come back to haunt us.
Oh, of course it won't.
of course not. The major drug lord on the island will on the inlet will just forget the whole thing ever happened.
Well, the creatures we ended up creating mentioned that they wanted to kill him and everyone that works for him. So, yeah.
And at current, you are not sure how that is going.
Right.
But
Because, yeah, because we just kind of went, okay, go ahead.
we went somewhere else, right? We're not going back there anytime soon.
I don't think so. No. No,
Well,
we're trying to we need to try to
Crossing that
find
place off
Tiamat.
my travel plans.
Yeah, that was kind of our we did just kind of go, okay, go ahead, sounds good. And sent them on their way.
you, Lucid does understand that one of the people uh, on his staff happens to be Claire, and she might not make it out of this.
She'll be fine. She's gotten through much worse. She'll probably come out on top.
So,
Why she keeps me around to create as much chaos as possible so she can slide in there. Into the void that's filled in the absence of my chaos.
so your major objective now that you have the box is to find Tiamat and communicate with her that you have the means to make as much genesium as she would like.
Do we want
Because,
to tell her that? We should just tell her we have a lot of genesium. I don't think we should tell her we have a magic genesium making box.
well, see, she never told you how much she needed. She never gave you a number.
Didn't she
So,
just say something like as much as possible or something?
as much as you could get a hold of is what she said.
So I say let's make like 2 tons of it and say we have 2 tons of it, but not say we have a magic genesium making box.
I agree with you, except if she finds out we do have the box, we're going to be in deep shit for lying to her.
We don't need to lie.
Well, from withholding information from her then. If she finds out about the box and we're not forthcoming about it, she's gonna be pissed. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'd just argue that that was a completely understandable thing to do.
Because I mean, I see where you're going with this. Because yeah, I think we ought to keep the box, and if in you know. So yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying if she finds out about it, she's not going to be happy. But
Well,
two
we could
tons
just.
does sound like it would be a that sounds like it would be enough for anything. So maybe she'd even be happy with that.
How, even if you make 2 tons of genesium with this box, how are you going to transport that? Because
600 camels?
We make
because
her, we make ask her to come get it. We don't have to transport it anywhere. She can take it and transport it, and however she manages to do that.
Yeah, I'm
because
pretty sure that's not our problem. We just need to summon a demon god, a dragon demon god.
basically, yes. And
Maybe that's supposed to be Demi. Am I reading this right?
mm, well, she was once the ruler of the second plane of hell. She is no longer the ruler of that plane. Uh, and like I said earlier, she hates Asmodeus with a passion. So, and and I saw this documentary just last week. In Sumerian historical literature, she is actually considered a god. So, yeah.
Oh, great. So she's one of the Anunnaki that'll come back in like 6 years. So we've got that to look forward to.
So you can treat her accordingly.
I mean, if you rule a plane once, like, even if you're no longer the ruler of the plane, you're still like a giant monster. Anyways,
Well, yeah, when it comes down to it, she's the 5-headed dragon, and that in itself is enough.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty formidable.
um,
okay, so let's start making some like 6-inch rubies and stuff. Just a couple odds and ends.
maybe a couple thousand gold piece diamonds in case you might need them.
Yeah, let's just get started on that. I'll get my shovel and the portable hole.
So, you guys need to decide how you're going to try and communicate, whether to have her meet you to get this.
Yeah, not sure how we're gonna do that. The one member of our group who was a follow of hers is gone. So
I can probably do this one. I've got the sending spell. I can send her a like 6-word message or something.
no,
You
that
can,
would work. All we have to do is tell her we got your genesium, and that should be good enough. Fits. That's under 6 words.
She can probably track you fairly easily.
Oh, I didn't prepare that today. We're gonna need to take a nap. Do. Preparing my spells.
You, while you're on your ship, you could take a short rest, which would be long enough to do that.
Uh, no. I think it's a long rest to change my spells. But that's cool. I probably have time for a nap.
Long rest is 6 to 8 hours.
You know, it's a it's a heck of a nap.
Well, are you guys gonna set up a point to meet her at, or are you just gonna let her tell you where she is and how to get there?
I thought we were gonna have her come meet us where we are.
Okay. So you are currently just off the coast of the Jakarian Inlet in your ship. And it is 5 a.m. Whoever is acting as captain of the ship has not given the crew orders as of yet for the day. So, are you going to give them orders, or are you just going to sit where you are and have her find you?
I thought you were the captain, Lucid. Is it up to you to give orders?
Uh, I think we should have her find us here or tell us where to go. I can send a 25-word message.
Okay,
Say,
yeah, I think we should have her come to us. I mean, we did what she wanted. Now she needs to meet us halfway.
hey, Lady Tiamat, we have acquired a large amount of genesium. Please meet us at your convenience.
Off, off the coast of the
Off,
Jakarian Inlet.
off the coast of the Jakarian Inlet. I mean, seriously, we have a lot. It would be a pain to take it somewhere. A lot, a lot.
Which you haven't even started to make yet.
Okay, let's start making it. Box, make this, and I give it a sample.
it's the box starts pouring out genedium.
I guess we turn that upside down over the ship's hold and use it like an ice maker.
And since you didn't give it a quantity, it just keeps making the stuff.
There's an off button, right?
You have to tell it to quit doing whatever it's doing.
Okay.
So as soon as you think that it's made 2 tons of genedium, you have to tell it to stop.
I
That'll
just
do,
watch
box.
it.
That'll do.
I just watch this shining purple, like, endless stream into our boat like it's dollar signs. My eyes just kind of get bigger and bigger and bigger. A little tear. It's so beautiful.
um, Pretty soon you can tell an appreciable weight difference in the ship as the box makes 2 tons of genedium.
All right, Box. Cut it out. Cut it out, Box. And I
And
kind of move it back over to the side of the ship.
and the box actually stops and the genedium the flow of genedium ends.
Oh, good. I was worried we were gonna have to like point it into the ocean or something.
No. So
Okay, Box. I'm gonna need you to make me like a pound of gold. 1 pound of gold in a cube, just about yay big.
okay. And within 5 minutes you have your cube of gold.
Excellent. Now I need one shaped in the shape of a loaf of bread.
And it makes that.
This is gonna be funny, lady. I put both of them into my bag.
Both of you give me a perception check.
I make a perception check. Oh wait, I have to do that with like a dice.
14.
22.
Off in the distance, you estimate probably about 2 miles away, you see a shape with wings, massive wings, coming toward you.
I'm sure that's fine.
And as it approaches, you can see the shadow of a much smaller shape sitting on its back.
Is that Smite? I thought she died.
Uh, and after a few minutes of this creature getting closer, you can now see clearly the 5 heads and the large wings flapping, and what
It's
looks
a
like
bird.
and what looks like a female tiefling on its back. Only the female tiefling is, you recognize Mike, but she's much thinner and she's barely wearing anything. And she doesn't look at all well.
Tiamat hasn't been treating her too well then, huh?
That would be your guess, yes.
Poor thing.
And in another 10 minutes or so, she is now close enough to your ship to actually attack if she wished to do so.
Bring it. Our ship's totally prepared for this.
She says, "Ah, it's about time. I was starting to wonder."
Yeah, we got you your drugs.
E-
We got
Even
the drugs. You got the money.
even dragons have a limit to their patience. Um,
You wanted a lot. We got you more than anyone else did.
well, you're the only one that I had sent on this mission.
Really? Well, I admire the trust you place in us. It's more than I would place in us. But I admire your faith in us. And I
Well,
mean, it is well, I look how much we got.
um, and one of her heads actually looks down into the hole. She says, "That is quite a large amount. That should do nicely for what I want to do with it." And then you see Smite look down and see the two of you. And she automatically grabs the closest um, one of Tiamat's next that is closest to her and just hangs on as tight as she can.
Aw, Stockholm syndrome. There,
Well,
there, it'll be okay. We have lots of drugs.
well, given the fact that she's been living in Tiamat's lair while you guys have been off doing all these other things, she's not even very happy to be out in sunlight.
Hmm.
She was
Even
probably happy there.
even being
It's
out
probably
is
nice for a tiefling.
even being out is causing her a problem, much less seeing the two of you after quite a while. And uh, the blue Tiamat's blue head comes down and looks the two of you in the face, and she goes, I will be taking the gymnasium and going now.
It's all yours.
Hey, enjoy.
And
Have fun storming the castle.
one of the one of her massive claws waves over the gymnasium and it starts to levitate out of the hold of the ship. All 2 tons of it at once.
God, that's some telekinesis you got there. Bet you can't pat your tummy and rub your head and do that at the same time.
No, but I can do that and start eating crew members at the same time. Would you like me to show you that trick?
We'll take your word for it. I'm sure you can do that quite easily. You don't need to prove it.
Oh, by the way, your friend here is staying with me.
Enjoy?
I will one way or the other.
Lucky her.
What?
I said lucky her.
Tiefling is a delicacy that dragons don't get very often.
Oh, you're gonna eat her?
Depends on if how well she does as one of my servants.
Well, I'm sure that'll keep her very motivated.
Yeah,
So,
should.
well, thank you for doing this for me. Um, now to modify it slightly so it has a very negative effect on a certain archdevil we all know.
Cool. I'm sure you're gonna make hell a better place.
Or worse, depending on my day.
A better place for dragons?
Oh, most definitely.
There we go. See? Someone profits here.
Well, back in the beginning, dragons ruled this place, and I am planning to bring that back
One kingdom at a time.
if necessary.
Well, didn't we bring back some dragons already? Like we're halfway there.
I'm sure once I rule the nine hells and then this plane, I could find something useful for you to do. Since you have been quite amenable to help me. So I will keep you in mind once that time appears.
Yeah, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
And with that, with one large flap of her wings, she lifts off, turns around, and flies back out of sight, with Smite desperately holding on. Now you have accomplished your mission. You can have the box do anything you like at this point, with certain within certain parameters. That is.
Okay, box. I'm gonna need 30 pounds of mithril ingots. I'm gonna need a mithril breastplate.
It sort of shuddered a little bit, and you open the lid, and there's this note in common that says, "What in the hell is mithril anyway?"
Oh, dang.
Okay, the box is sentient. That's not what I was expecting.
You don't know what spells that made use to make this box. You have no clue what you're actually dealing with here. For all you know, this box could be a living being. Maybe it was another one of Zenny's strange experiments. You never know.
Box. We're gonna need a slightly smaller box that can produce anything that isn't horrible and evil. I'm kidding, of course. I wouldn't give that command.
The box lid closes and the box sort of shuffled away to the other side of the ship.
Well, that's disconcerting.
Yeah, this is the first time it's moved on its own. That's a little disconcerting indeed.
At least we don't have to carry it.
So, wi- now that your job on for Tiamat is finished, where do you head the ship now? Where are you wanting to go?
Well, we have a box that can produce anything. What do we want to do with it?
That's another question.
Like, we could take it somewhere and sell stuff, but like, we could destabilize economies with how much gold we can produce.
You could set up temples to the Storm Lord all over the continent.
That sounds like a start. Let's go visit a Stormlord temple and give them $1 million in gold. We found an empire of temples or something.
Of course, you could have Lucid pray to the Storm Lord and have the Storm Lord tell you where to go next.
Oh, Stormlord, where do we go next?
I think you gotta be a little calmer and a little, you know, more mellowed out for that prayer to work.
The sending spell doesn't say that. It just says 25 words or less.
Well, you're not using sending spell. This would be a divine intervention.
Oh,
Sending spells are for creatures, not gods.
it doesn't say that in the spell. It works cross planes and everything.
Well, yeah, if your girlfriend's on a different plane, that's one thing.
Okay. I will try for a divine intervention, and I guess I go off and look at some clouds.
Um, what level is your character currently?
Uh, level 8?
So, with percentile dice, you need to roll a 92. No, you need to roll an 8 or less out of 100 to, to get divine intervention to work.
I got a 13.
Oh, a what?
A 13?
Eh, that's close. It's closer than most people get. Um, see, if you'd have gotten below an 8, the Storm Lord would have actually appeared in front of you and said, you know, what do you need? Which could have caused problems for the ship, actually. Like an instant hurricane or something, being the Storm Lord. Uh, so, since you got close, what I'm gonna say is that he didn't deign to show up, but he did give you a message.
Oh no, we need to save the world from the demon Tiamat, who somehow got a bunch of drugs and is invading with dragons and drugs.
No, actually, he finds that whole thing quite hilarious.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like that one, boss.
Well, see, the Storm Lord is a crotchety SOB and was never real fond of humans to begin with.
Me
So
neither. Humans
he's
suck.
he's just sort of waiting to see how Tiamat's plan plays out before he does anything. Um, although he does tell you that off the coast of Gelbourne, there's a series of 4 islands, and those 4 islands are beginning to sink.
The sinking islands. Well, we better not go there.
But he doesn't feel like this is a natural occurrence. He feels like someone or something is doing this. And he wants you guys to go check it out.
Are
Okay.
these islands inhabited? Are they?
Yes, all 4 of them actually. In fact, each one of them has a training school on it. One is for fighters, one is for clerics, one is for wizards, and one is for bards. When they graduate their training, then they apply for jobs to go off adventuring. So,
They should have made sure their islands were not built upon turtles.
last time they checked, there was no turtle in sight. So you're actually talking 4 islands with several thousand people on them.
All right, team, let's go save the world.
Yeah, it sounds like something we should check out and see if we can help if we can.
Nothing 2 metric tons of drugs can't fix.
Could you imagine if the Bard School got a hold of a bunch of that and took it? It's like, uh, you get some absolutely ridiculous songs out of that. It'd
All
be
right,
like,
Fox. I would like 2 tons of LSD.
it'd be like the whole psychedelic 60s thing, only Bard wise. Be hilarious. Oh, and
Just
by
gonna
the
load
way,
it up into water balloons and just kind of shoot.
by the way, the box can make smaller quantities. You don't have to keep making tons of the stuff.
I
Eventually,
disagree.
eventually the deck of the ship is going to give way if you keep.
We're gonna need a reinforced hull. I'm gonna make it out of gold because we can at this point.
Make the rigging out of silver, the ropes, and then the mast is gold. And everywhere you go, people recognize the ship. Although you'd probably have every pirate in the universe after the ship, too.
Yeah.
But we can just like throw gold at them, like until they stop following us.
You could end up hiring every pirate in the land because you can give them unlimited gold. It's like,
We will have the largest pirate fleet because we have to, otherwise they'll rob us.
yeah. But all the pirates will be loyal because you can make unlimited alcohol too. keep
Start
them all,
buying off the sea dragons.
keep them all drunk. They'll do whatever you want.
Hey, sea dragon, here's 2 tons of LSD.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I do not want to know what would happen in that instance.
I got one better. You should have given that to Tiamat.
Oh god.
Can you imagine what a 5-headed god level dragon could do on LSD? The world would be in major trouble. And she wouldn't even understand what she was doing. But
You thought Godzilla was bad.
Right.
Proving 5 heads are better than 1.
oh, the world would be destroyed by the end of that.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be anything left. Tiamat, the end of the world coming soon. Except she meant it.
Tiamat versus Godzilla.
Oh, I like Godzilla and generally root for him, but the poor dude would be toast.
No, Tiamat would win. We know that.
Yeah,
In this classic knockdown drag out zombie brawl.
that lasts for like 5 minutes.
Kaiju!
Because she hits him with every breath weapon. Yeah.
Will they step on the reporter? Find out on the next episode.
Plus, she can fly, Godzilla can't. So, she's got major advantages. Um, so it's going to take several days to get from the Jakarian Inlet to the islands off of Gelbourne, unless you find a way to propel the ship faster than it is currently going.
We're gonna need a faster ship.
You could probably actually get the box to create one of those. Might take a couple days.
Have the
Some
box create an airship out of pieces. All right, box. We're gonna need schematics and a do-it-yourself kit for an airship that can travel at 300 miles an hour.
once again, the box shivers slightly, and when you open the lid, you see another note in common that goes, "What? A what?"
An airship? Like a dirigible. But it's gotta go fast.
You see another note that says, "This isn't Eberron."
Oh, I had to try. I found an outboard motor.
that that'd be even worse.
We just need to bribe a sea dragon to pull us.
Well, I mean, we do have the means to make enough gold that we could possibly do that, you know? I mean, dragons like gold, right? So if we were able to make enough to bribe it to pull us, we could try.
Set a course for the sea dragon infested waters.
Um, you're going back to the dock. Oh God.
Oh yeah,
uh,
the dock where we sent the guy to the restaurant for more fish.
yeah. Oh, be prepared if you want the sea monster to do anything. He's gonna want a crew member for it.
uh,
Or
do we have
some,
any chickens on board?
or
We could have the box create a crew member for him.
That just feels like a bad idea. I don't think we should have it create life forms.
Well, if we're gonna throw it to the dragon,
I've got an easier thought. If you're going back the same way you came, you could always snag some poor schmuck out of the inn where your crew originally came from. Make him a crew member for a day, and then there you go.
now that would be easier.
I don't think we're still good people if we do that.
You just gave the world's most evil dragon 2 tons of the strongest substance known to mankind.
There is
It was
that.
for a good cause, though. She's gonna take over hell.
Yeah, and when she does that, guess what the next place she's gonna take over is? It's not gonna be the corner 7-Eleven, I'll tell you that much.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's gonna be your grandmother's house. So that's if any adventurers have grandmothers left. And you left your past party member in what looked like not really great shape.
We
So
didn't really have a choice in that matter. I mean, we're not exactly prepared to fight Tiamat over her.
Yeah, we haven't made nearly enough explosives with the box for that yet.
so your boat set sail, your galleon set sail for the island of Gelbourne. Seas are calm, and at least at the moment.
We open the box, we point it towards the sails, and we tell it to create gale force winds.
Gale force winds. Are you sure you want to go that strong?
Yeah, how
Uh,
about just like a stiff wind? We don't need gale force.
let's start at a stiff summer breeze.
Because gale force winds at that close of a proximity would snap the mast in half.
Yeah, we
Okay,
don't want
let's
that.
let's dial it back a little bit.
Yeah. So you now have a breeze of about 17 knots. So it's a good stiff breeze, but it's not anything that can do any damage.
I go around giving all the crew 10 gold. You did not see the box. You did not see the box. You did not see the box.
They're like, for 10 gold, we didn't even see you, much less the box.
And they're like, what box?
Yeah. And who are you?
You have amnesia now. This is my amnesia spell.
The head of the crew is like, and for another 10 gold, we'll forget you ever existed.
I mean, you're going to want to do that anyways by the end of the trip.
Are you kidding with what we just saw? We already want to do that. And if that thing ever comes back, we're gonna throw you in the ocean.
As long as you throw me in the ocean with my box.
Cause we don't ever want that thing coming back.
Well, I apparently have her on speed dial, so
Now, is that the greatest idea in the world? Having
uh
to.
no. But I can always promise her 2 tons of drugs for something. That'll probably work.
The head of the crew comes up to you and goes, "Oh, by the way, we are running low on food and alcohol. You might want to do something about
Sure. Have you got a really big barrel?
that." Just the ones that you have on normal sized barrel that you have on ship. But there is currently 5 empty barrels.
Cool. Look over there. And I have the box produce barrels of rum.
All 5 barrel.
Sure.
So you've taken care of the alcohol problem. What do you do about the food shortage?
Hope everyone likes crackers. Box, I'm gonna need 7,000 saltines.
It makes them. The entire deck of the ship is covered by them.
Alright guys, I got rum and crackers. It's not gonna be pretty till we get to port, but you won't starve.
they they look at the crackers and shrug, and then they hear you say something about 5 barrels of rum, and suddenly they're all happy again.
I knew I'd get him on board.
You are gonna have to be careful because you will soon have a drunk crew piloting the boat, which means you may not get to where you're going.
Oh, that's okay because we'll be drunk too. So, I mean, all we got is rum and crackers. So, like, how could you not be drunk by noon?
After the box produces the crackers and the rum, it goes back to the same 17-mile-an-hour wind that it was doing before that.
Whee!
And the ship is roughly moving twice the speed that any of these people have ever seen the ship go. So you are making incredibly good time. And if this keeps up, you might be to the first island by morning.
I'm not sure if the physics hold up because the box would blow on the sail would push on the ship, but the box would also push on the ship an equal amount as it blows that way. Physics, who cares?
No, because the coffin is heavy and stable. Why do you think you guys needed a bear to carry it earlier? It's not going anywhere. Plus, you could
Good point.
always tie it down if you wanted to. So, the cook comes up on deck and goes, "Well, guys, sorry about this, but dinner is going to consist of dried pork, saltine crackers, and tankards of rum." So,
Excellent. You know, you can make a pie out of saltines.
you actually can. There's a crust recipe for that. But you've got salted crackers, salted pork, and rum. So you're going to be intaking a lot of salt in a minute. Of course, the crew could eat that, and you could get the box to make the two of you something completely different for dinner. You just have to hide it from the crew.
I'm all right. I don't want to do the crew dirty like that.
No, I'll just dip my saltines in the rum.
Okay.
It's like milk and cookies, but
Yeah.
booze.
The adult version of milk and cookies. Um, well, by an hour after what the cook said, the two of you and the crew are basically all blitzed. Um, and you're just hoping in the back of your mind that the boat is going in the right direction. What did the two of you do?
I'm gonna go make some scrolls.
You're gonna scribe scrolls drunk out of your mind.
No better time, right?
I'm sure nothing will go wrong with those scrolls. Not at all.
And they'll be the prettiest handwriting you ever saw. So,
As the ship goes.
yeah, because you are moving at 17 miles an hour, which is a lot quicker than most boats go.
Zoom.
So, well, Lucid's off in his room scribing scrolls. What is Taylor doing?
I'm standing at the back of the boat making sure there's nothing following us because, we've had our share of sea monsters and I just want to make sure there's nothing out there.
give me a perception check.
14.
You do, even though it's dark by now, you do perceive a shadow in the distance. Knowing you are headed back to the dock where you left from, you also know that this is the sea serpent's territory, and he is very territorial.
I thought we were heading toward the islands.
Somebody had mentioned heading toward the dock where you, where, and the inn where you got the crew from. Um, I don't remember why.
You were going to get a sea serpent to pull us along faster?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
we
okay.
you guys were gonna bribe the
That's
sea
right.
monster to.
Did we lose Mike?
I think he froze.
Did it start raining? It did. Damn it. Oh,
Let's see if he comes back.
I guess it's time for that break.
I mean, I would assume so. Except for we're still recording.
Not without Mike.
Well, it's up on the corner there. It still says live, and it's still counting down, counting up,
Oh,
whatever.
I guess we are.
Yeah.
Well, this is the part of the show where we talk about our sponsor.
Here we are. I think. Maybe not.
Wi-Fi Wi-Fi is having a real problem tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's ominous.
Okay. You guys there?
Yeah.
Did you make it?
The the Wi-Fi on my end is having real problems.
Hmm. Yeah, it's all right on my end.
Um, so, but well, since you guys don't need the sea, the sea monster to pull you because you've got the wind, you don't need to go back to the dock. You can actually set coordinates for the islands.
I think we ought to do that.
Hang a hard left, guys. Wait, we don't want to. We don't want to mess with this guy.
So,
Boom.
mm,
Give that a pass. It
well,
was good thinking, but we can use the box to propel us directly.
the the only issue was now you are in what it considers its territory.
We're gonna need to use the box to make enough gold and jewels and stuff to appease it and get the hell out of here.
Box, make a faster wind.
Okay.
Or
We
that.
just we just go faster than the sea serpent. Hydroplane.
You see the wind, the sails are stretched to their capacity, and you feel the boat just literally almost jump out of the water as it heads in the direction of the island.
Excellent.
At this pace, you'll get there in a day's time easily.
Hang on to your butts.
So for the rest of the night, what do the two of you do?
Well,
I
what
guess
time of night is it?
Well, it's just after dinner, if you can call saltines and rum and a little bit of dried pork dinner. Um, it's roughly 9 o'clock.
Well, I think I'm gonna go turn in.
What about Lucid?
I guess I'll rest as well. Prepare my spells. Scribe a little bit more scroll.
Okay.
Finish off a bit more of that rum.
So, with the amount of rum that both of you consumed, morning comes far too soon. And so does
No!
and so does the light, as a matter of fact.
You can't make me.
And you hear several pair of footsteps running along the deck above you as you're trying to sleep below decks. So, what do you do?
I guess I get up and I go to see what people are milling about for.
Yeah, does it sound like frantic running or like normal running the ship type of hurrying around?
No, it's worse than that.
And then, yeah, I guess I'll go up and see what's going on too.
So, the two of you get up. I'm assuming you hurriedly slip into clothing
Yes.
and you head topside to see what the issue is. Your first mate, who drives the ship when you guys aren't around, says it's about time the two of you got up.
You know, you can't measure performance by the hours I'm awake. It doesn't work that way.
Well, if you don't have a plan, you may not need to worry about being awake much longer.
What's going on?
look out past the back of the ship.
Okay, so I'll do that.
There are when you look, there are at least 4 ships, all of which are gaining on you.
Oh, we've got this.
And your
Have you
first
asked
mate,
them what they want yet?
you can definitely see from the flags that they fly that these are pirate ships. And you are very well aware of what a pirate ship wants if it's chasing you. The question is, did they want your gold, or did one of them find out about your box and they're coming for that?
Shouldn't we be faster than they are?
Not until you instruct the box to help you do so.
Hmm.
Currently, all 4 ships are still gaining on you.
And we're going about as fast as we can, right?
Well, the sails are under a certain amount of stress. If you want to risk injuring one of the sails, you could go faster than you currently are.
I don't think we want to risk it.
Mm-mm. But we ought to get the box out of sight. I say we throw it back in the bag of holding.
Box, come here, boy. Come here, Box.
It is creating the wind that is driving your ship currently.
Yeah, but if it looks like they're going to catch up with us, we want to make sure they don't see it. So we let them catch up with us and they can see clearly that we got nothing worth taking if the box is out of sight.
Okay. So you close the lid on the box. The wind dies down instantly from around 22 knots to 6. And the ship lurches almost to a complete halt. Not quite. And now when you look back, the 4 ships are fairly rapidly gaining on you. And the captain is going, Why in the world did you do that? Meaning, slow the ship down.
Just a precautionary measure.
Well, we're about to be surrounded by 4 ships. You better have a plan.
Yeah, I'm all ears to hear this plan of yours.
Well, like I said, my plan was to show them obviously that we have nothing they need or want, and that, they should therefore let us pass on by because we got nothing for them.
Good plan. Let's hope they're reasonable.
They're pirates, so probably not, but hopefully they're more reasonable than they probably are.
You're hoping to survive this situation.
Yes.
So, within the next 20 minutes or so, you are slowly surrounded by 4 ships. And they're all trying to communicate with you at once.
Whoa, whoa, one at a time.
And you hear one of the captains say, "We've heard about this ship, that you carry large amounts of gold and other jewels with you.
Who, us? We don't have anything on us.
That's not what my assistant said.
And who is your assistant? Who is your assistant? How would they even know us?
They don't technically have to know you. The the girl who gave us this information works basically in the Hall of Records, and she's never been known to be wrong yet. So what do you want to do?
Well, I mean, we might have some gold on us. I don't know what we got in this store right now. Can tell you it's not tons, but guess I'll go down to the hold and see what we have.
Okay. It's dark, there's no light on, but you can see the shadow of a very large um so being surrounded, how are you going to attempt to communicate? Are you gonna pick one ship at a time or what?
I guess we ask if they're all together or if they're separate or. Hey, are you all mugging us together or what?
And you hear, if we weren't before, we are now. Thank you for the idea.
I'm warning you.
You hear a chuckle from four boats. He says, the first original voice says, there are four of us and one of you. What are you gonna do?
What? What? What aren't I gonna do? What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna blow a hole in your ship. You know why I'm not gonna blow a hole in your ship?
Cause you, cause you don't have the ability to do so.
Oh, I definitely do. But it's gonna be my ship soon.
And you hear a large wave of laughter from all around you. And the guy goes, okay, I'll play along for a minute. How do you manage to pull that off?
You are going to trade it to me for a loaf of bread.
Uh, no. And one more silly statement like that, and we will all board you at once.
I huck the solid gold loaf of bread onto their deck.
He looks down and everything immediately stops. Where did you get this? And you'd better be able to prove that it's real.
How can you prove anything's real?
You could. Oh, it'd be hard to find a stone sized loaf of bread. But he is sure that you found something and then painted it.
Go ahead and bite it. You can test it all you want.
He literally has not seen a chunk of gold this big in his entire life.
Go ahead and slice yourself off a piece. It's the best thing since sliced bread, man.
He attempts to break it, it will not break. And he says, besides, if I were to give you my ship, I'd have no way to get back to the inlet. So why would I do that?
Well, I'm not gonna take it from you. You are still gonna be the captain of your ship. You're just gonna be loyal to me. And for that, you're gonna keep the loaf of bread.
So, what is it you want in exchange for that?
Well,
What?
we need an escort to where we're going, and short of that, we need you to plunder the high seas in our name.
He actually stands back and thinks about this. The escort we can do, all you need to do is tell us where we're going. Uh, as far as plundering the high seas in your name, what kind of percentage cut does that make?
Oh, you can keep the lion's share. We're only going to take 20%.
Mm, he thinks about it, talks to his first mate and a couple of the other crew, and says, sounds like a doable thing to me, at least for now.
Well, enjoy your bread. Onwards to the four sinking isles of Nevermore. Never going here
They each
anymore.
have their own name, and that's not it. Uh, although the Stormlord did not tell you what their names were or
You
their
just know roughly where
location.
they are.
Well, off of Gelbourne is roughly where they are. Uh, and they are large enough that once you get near them, you will definitely know there's an island in front of you. So, as the ship you were talking to breaks away, you start to hear the grumbling of the other three ships. They still want everything that you've got.
No, no, no. You were all working together. You said so. Go talk to your captain.
That's what I heard. You're all working together.
Well, they were, but
He
now
has your money then. I gave him all of the gold we had. We melted it down into a loaf of bread as a joke. Isn't that funny? He has it all. Go get it.
they were all working together up until the point that a loaf of bread sized chunk of gold dropped on the deck of the first ship. And then the captain of the first ship thought better, and suddenly they're not quite working together the way they used to be.
Hey, look, we already have an escort, which is the biggest of the four ships. They're on our side now. So now it's two against two, and we're bigger than you.
Actually, it's two ships against 3
3.
because there were 4 of them. So now it's 2-on-3.
Well, I can't count. Maybe they can't either.
A ship is an extra ship is a large thing to see. But you can still attempt to maneuver out of the way if you'd like to.
I'll be right back.
I would need one of you to make uh, a stealth roll for the ship.
I only have +1 on stealth, so hopefully Lucid can do better.
Possibly. And it is 10 o'clock our time. So when Lucid comes back, if you guys need to take a break, we can. How are you holding up?
I could use a break.
Thought you might.
Did we make it?
Well, the ship has to roll a collective stealth roll. Which one of you wants to do that?
Are you
What?
stealthy?
What's your stealth bonus? I only have a +1.
I have a +3 with disadvantage.
Then
But
you
that's
should.
because of my armor, so it shouldn't count, right?
That's personal stealth. That would not count as far as the ship goes. So you
Cool.
have a.
I got a 13.
I'm going to roll 3 times to see if any of the ships saw you trying to leave and decided to attack. Two ships saw you leave or try to leave. One ship did not. In fact, one ship rolled so badly that it bumped into one of the other ships as you were leaving.
Bump, bump.
So it is slightly after 10. Um, we're going to take our 20-minute break here, and be back at 10:27, which is 9:27 for Patrick,
Cool.
and we'll see both of you in 20 minutes.
All right.
See you in a few. If the rain doesn't get me, shoot.
Hey, Patrick, you made
Hello.
it. Where did you go?
Huh?
I saw you put your jacket on. Where did you go?
Corner store for candy.
Ah, okay. So you're like I used to be. You have a convenience store at the corner by your apartment.
Yeah, I do. It's very nice.
Yeah. Except a lot of homeless people used to hang out at the 7-Eleven by my place.
I thought I was getting jumped the other night. Homeless dude came up to me and then was like, "You're such a great person," and I'm like, "I know," and I walked off. But the guy had like all kinds of face tattoos, and he looked all gruff as he came up to me. And then he's like, "Oh, you're such a great person," and I'm like, "Yep, that's me. See ya, buddy."
Yeah. He was definitely trying to get money off you. He was he was buttering you up first.
It was weird though, because he walked away before like asking me for money. Like he stopped
Weird.
and turned around and went somewhere else, and I was like, "Hi, what a weirdo."
You think he was on drugs or something?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Okay. You guys ready to get back into this?
Yep.
Well, you indeed have an escort to the first island. In fact, you have 4 ships, one in front of you and the other 3 trailing behind you, because the men on the other 3 ships want their share of the loaf sized chunk of gold that you tossed on the front ship.
Y'all are gonna have to cut it in half or something.
And when you say that, they all look around because they don't know if they have anything that can cut a loaf.
Gold.
Yeah, they can cut a loaf of bread size chunk of gold. They may have to melt it down.
Gold's a pretty soft metal. You can cut it with like hacksaw.
The closest they have to anything like that would be an axe.
That would not be pretty. It would work.
Yeah, it would work, but it'd be a mess. It would almost be easier to melt it down into and then reform it into smaller pieces.
Right?
But you see land ahead of you after a little bit,
Land ho!
and if um I need the both of you to give me a perception roll.
22.
14.
You look on the maps that you have access to, and you find out that this is the island of Torberus. Torberus. Torberus.
Sounds like someone made that up because they wanted it to be hard to spell.
These days, chances are there was some guy named Torberus who came there and decided to claim it for himself.
Okay, then whoever named him wanted it to be hard to spell. Someone hated their fucking child.
Yeah, that's probably closer to
All
true.
right, Matthew, Luke, and Torberus.
They couldn't even spell their kid's name. It was horrible.
There's a silent U in there somewhere.
One of those, X's with the little thing over the.
Right.
Sorry, V, B, what?
So you guys find a shallow spot to dock, and what are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna stay on the boat for now, or are you gonna leave the boat and start exploring the island?
I think we'll leave the boat and start exploring the island.
Yeah. I mean, the reason we're here is to try to figure out why these things are sinking. Can't really do that from the boat.
Yeah. Are you gonna leave anybody on it to guard the ship and the box? By the way.
The box we have in our
Oh
portable
yeah.
hold.
Oh yeah. You put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
So you're carrying that with you, I would assume.
right.
Yeah, I think that would be the safest.
Yeah.
I got it in my pocket, or appropriately up my sleeve.
Okay. But as you leave the ship, you also see the other four ships dock right next to you, and their crews are stepping onto the island.
Did he freeze again?
He's really into those dramatic pauses, isn't he?
Oh, for a second I thought you were frozen too. You're there.
No, I was just sitting very still. The end.
Okay. What was the last thing you guys heard?
We got off the ship. Was the last I
Okay.
heard.
You guys got off the ship, and as you look back, you see the crews from the other four ships also getting off their ships. But instead of coming with you, they're circling each other because of that large chunk of gold.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really care about you.
Well,
And,
that's good.
and you're about to see a 4-on-4 fight between four entire crews at one time. So do you hang around and watch this or do you leave?
I think we should leave.
The beach isn't very large here, so within 100 yards you hit jungle.
Does the town have any shops?
What now?
Does the town have any shops?
Well, you have to get to town.
Oh, then I guess we try and head towards town.
You are you basically left the beach where your ship docked and you're making your way through the jungle, hopefully toward a town.
And not the center of
Because
Dinosaur Island.
because if nobody lived here, this this storm uh, this storm lord wouldn't care and wouldn't send you here to try and fix it. So you're assuming there are people somewhere on the island.
I see. It's like that, eh?
You just have to get to them.
I guess we slept through the jungle.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it looks like we have to go through the jungle to get anywhere, so might as well.
That's pretty much true.
Not really sure what kind of thing, what kind of things are in the jungle, and I'm not sure I want to know. But
Leeches! Definitely leeches.
You're on a strange island that you've never been on, and you don't usually wander around in the jungle, so this should be a new experience for you. So the two of you wander off into the jungle. The rest of your crew is staying by the ship watching the other 4 crews try to kill each other. Because your crew is not going to go very far away from the large barrels of rum that are on the ship. Because their theory is the 2 of you could die and it wouldn't affect their rum consumption whatsoever until it all ran out.
Right.
Then they'd come looking for us.
Right? Yeah. They're like, we have to get more rum. Where did those 2 get off to? So the 2 of you head off into the forest. Well, head off into the jungle. And it suddenly goes from very light and very warm on the beach to dappled light at best and considerably colder in the jungle.
Just what we need. Cold jungle.
Well, it's cold because it's a lot darker.
Right.
It's
Cold,
not
dark
letting
jungle. Oh.
the sun shine in, as it were.
Mm.
So I need to know how the 2 of you are walking. Which one of you is in front?
I being the fighter, I should probably be in front.
I
Yeah,
follow her as she hacks away with her machete.
because you don't want your cleric to die.
Right.
Don't
So,
worry, if I see any leeches fall on you, I'll tell you about them so you can pick them up. Oh, there's one now.
give me a dex check,
Both of us? Or me?
both of you.
9.
11?
The leech you claim to see is large enough that neither one of you could get out of the way. Now you are covered by this gelatinous bodied reddish brown thing that wants to suck all the blood out of both of you at once. And you have to do something before it succeeds in doing that.
So it's actually on top of both of us?
Yeah, it's quite large actually. It's about the size of a stingray, possibly.
Oh. Oh. Become an adventurer, they said. It's fun, they said. And you end up dying by a gigantic leech.
They didn't put that last part in the brochure.
No, they certainly did not. Okay, well, um,
So,
I
So what are the two of you planning to do?
Well, I guess I will fumble my great sword out of its sheath and try to stab up through it.
Um,
See if I can like, at least, maybe cut it in half or something.
give me an attack roll with disadvantage because
Okay.
you're being slimed right now.
Okay, so 22.
That'll hit. Roll me damage.
Okay. 66.
22 with disadvantage? You
Yeah.
really were
Oh,
fondling those dice.
I was. Yeah, but that's oh. Let's see. That is 8 points of damage.
Okay. You
Are there
make,
more leeches or just that one?
well, just that one, but it's big enough to eat the both of you at once.
Yuck.
So what is Lucid doing?
Uh, if it's that big and it's still alive, I'm casting a guiding bolt at it.
Okay. And it gets a save. Did they get a saving throw or do you have to make an attack roll?
I think I have to make an attack roll.
Okay. Go for it.
I got a 16.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
17 damage.
You basically blast a fairly large hole in it. It is still trying to hold on to both of you.
Yeah, kill it!
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, being smothered by a giant leech is not my first choice of a way to go.
Now it's the leech's turn. And it's going to attack each of you and try to suck as much blood out of you as possible. Oh, which one of you is going to go for first? It's gonna go for Taylor first. That would be a 19.
19. Armor class is 18, so that hits.
So it basically latches onto your head and attempts to suck blood um, out of your ears, really. That's the easiest place. Um, and you take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Lucian, does the 16 hit you?
We'll see.
What is your armor class?
My armor class is 18.
It does not hit you. Okay. So now it's the two of you's turn.
Okay. I will try to cut it again.
You have advantage on this roll.
Are you casting guidance?
I hit it with a guiding bolt, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the leech that's sucking on your head is now glowing.
Okay.
You can't miss it.
Okay, so I have advantage. Okay. Oh, well, both of those rolls sucked. So,
I guess you can miss it.
so yeah, the higher one comes to 12 total.
No. Okay, Lucid, what do you want to do?
Okay, don't be concerned. I'm gonna blast it off your face.
Oh yeah, I'm not concerned at all. I'm perfectly calm.
As long as you're pure of heart, it won't hurt you. You're pure of heart, right? I got a 20 to hit.
That hits. Was it dirty 20 or natural 20?
Dirty 20
Okay.
for 30 damage.
What did you do?
Oh, it was another guiding bolt, but at 4th level.
30 damage? Yeah. Okay.
Are you okay?
You basically blast half of it away, and the other half just sort of falls to the ground and attempts to skitter away. And Talith is left standing there with bits and pieces of leech just sort of randomly stuck to her. And also, your right ear is bleeding. Uh,
I didn't know what else to do. It was eating your face.
So thank you. Like I said, being sucked dry by a giant leech is not on my top of the list of ways to die.
How about being exploded by holy light because you're not pure of heart enough?
Well, guess
um,
I passed that test.
I don't think
My
there.
god, it's pretty lax. You were probably fine.
I don't think there are very many ways that would be on people's bucket list as ways to die, actually, but I could be wrong. So you guys trudge deeper into the forest or into the jungle, and it keeps getting darker and darker as you go. Until it becomes pitch black and you start to hear the night creatures come out. Are you going to make camp or are you going to continue to trudge forward?
I don't think we want to face whatever else might be out here. Making camp sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah, camping is probably a good idea.
You can either camp on the ground or you could climb up into a tree and set a campsite up that
Didn't that leech fall out of a tree on top of us?
way. Yeah,
So maybe the trees aren't the best idea. I think we ought to just pitch a camp on the ground.
okay. So, you have your bedrolls. What other kind of camping equipment do you want?
In the jungle, I'm gonna set up my tent. I've got a tent.
Well, I must also endeavor to inform you that you have your your box with you.
Right, that can create anything we need.
Yes. Do we need
You could
anything?
you could pop you could plop a house down in the middle of basically where you're standing.
I used the block of Minecraft style to create large stone blocks and build a castle.
Okay. You you can do that with the box. Give me a strength roll to see if you can even move one of the blocks once it's made.
Oh, I just produced them where they need to go.
You would have to carry the box, literally carry the box around to do that.
I've got the box inside of the bag of holding, so just kind of open the bag and just shaboom, block. Yeah, shaboom, block.
There is possible. Um,
That's never gonna come back to haunt you.
but you must also remember the interesting ideas you guys come up with. There's a downside to everything. So, um,
Anything you think of can and will be used against you.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and as both of the players are DMs themselves, you should know better than that. Um, So you take up quite a large space to create a castle in the middle of the jungle with your box.
It's more of a little fort.
Okay, well, that takes up less space, but okay. I'm assuming you did, however, make it large enough for both of you to fit in.
Right.
So you guys step into the castle and it's completely empty. You didn't furnish the place as of yet.
Boom, a bed. Boom, another bed.
Okay,
Boom, a dresser.
now you're not moving in for a week.
Right, we probably just need the beds for the night.
Maybe a table. I don't know.
I start unpacking and loading my stuff into the dresser.
Okay, you could do that.
You know, home away from home.
I can see a travel poster now.
Boom, a dining table. Boom, a full set of china.
You forgot the most important part, the food.
Can the box make food? I don't know. That seems sketchy.
Uh,
I don't know if I trust it.
it can make it. Whether you're willing to eat it is another question.
Boom, a full dinner. Hey, you should try that. Don't you want to eat that? Aren't you hungry?
Um,
You should
you
eat
first.
that. We should give it to the crew and see if there's any adverse effects. They didn't seem to have any adverse effects from the saltines. It's probably fine.
Well, that's true. The saltines did come from the box. That is a good point.
And
And
you
you
do.
are you are the cleric, so maybe that's also a good point. Maybe I should try it because if anything happens, you can heal me.
Theoretically, I could heal you. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. If I prepared those spells, but I mean, I'm sure I did. So, is it any good?
Do I need to roll? Is he frozen again?
The end.
Because I'm assuming he would make me roll for that. So
Roll to see if you are super poisoned.
right.
As you take one bite of the Fey meal, they seize control of your soul for all eternity, and you're bound to the Fey.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Achoo! He's trying, but the internet's got him dying.
Okay.
Did you survive?
The Wi-Fi on my end is really bad tonight for some reason. It might be the wind.
Yeah, she seems like it.
Um, but you guys are decorating your, well, you're putting clothes away. What is Taylor doing?
Well, I agreed with him that maybe I ought to be the one to test the food that he just created because he is the cleric and he can heal me if anything goes wrong. So I was going to ask, do I need to roll for that?
Yes. Give me a constitution check.
Okay.
Being a dragonborn, there's not too much that you can't eat. So,
18 total.
you're fine.
Okay. So I'll tell him it seems to be okay.
I guess I eat some of it too.
Okay. You give me a constitution check.
Uh-oh. I got a 16.
You're fine. So, you guys sit down at your prefab dining room table. I'm assuming complete with chairs, since it would be silly if you had to stand up while eating at your dining room table.
This is a
I
reminder.
I make
Take my medicine.
beanbag chairs for everyone.
This is a reminder. Take my medicine.
Okay.
This hideout is gonna confuse people when they find it.
Although you're not really sure what a beanbag chair is.
In that case, it's a sack of hay.
That that's more appropriate for the time period. So you're each sitting on a sack of hay at your dining room table, eating this magically prepared food. What's the discussion happening during this dinner? What are
Well,
the two, what are the two of you talking about?
I'm hoping that it's not a lot farther to the town or whatever from here because I am not too happy with having to continue on through this jungle.
Yeah, we gotta find out why the island is sinking, and we've gotta do it fast.
Yeah.
We can move on to spending our money.
Okay. You guys eat the food that was created, and don't seem to have an issue with it. I need both of you to give me a. Actually, what is each one of you's passive perception?
I
17.
don't think I wrote that down. Let me.
That's 10 plus. Um, 10 plus the bonus on the stat that perception comes from.
Okay. That would be 15. Oh, wait a minute. Not the perception bonus, the bonus of what it comes from, right? Because perception is one of my um, I have a prof in perception. So it wouldn't be the perception bonus, it would be wisdom bonus, right?
Right.
So 12.
But while the two of you were eating, Lucid, you feel something funny. Like the land under your feet is attempting to move.
Well, that's not unusual. We're on a ship.
No, you're not on a ship.
Yeah, we're not on
You're
the ship.
standing in the middle of of a
Oh, we're off the ship. I guess I haven't gotten my sea legs back. Wait, the opposite of that. Oh, did we lose him again?
I think so. He's frozen again.
It's about time for me to turn in. It's really coming down out there.
Is it?
It's what people would call rain. So for us, that's like a tsunami.
Right.
When the rain sounds like waves hitting your door.
That is not a good thing. So, you're standing in your castle having food or sitting in your castle having. And Lucy, basically, it feels like the ground underneath you moved.
Hmm, that's different.
So, what do you do?
I eat some more and see if it happens again.
In fact, a couple of minutes later, it does happen again. Um, Stronger than the first time.
Hmm. I think probably we shouldn't eat any more of that food.
Okay, you stop eating, and a couple minutes later, it happens for the third time.
I think it might not be the food. I think the island's actually shaking.
Is it, does it seem to be actively sinking at the moment or just moving?
It's moving. What do you guys want to do?
Uh,
I guess
well,
I'll go out of the castle and see if I can like see anything, see if the ground, like if I can see it doing anything or
yeah, I guess I do that too.
Okay. The two of you get up from your makeshift chairs and head out the door of the castle. And almost immediately as you step out the door, you feel the ground underneath your feet move.
Whee!
Basically,
Fruit shake!
basically to the right.
I guess I turn to the right.
And
Don't be a T Rex. Don't be a T Rex. Don't be a T Rex.
you, actually, both of you give me a perception check.
24?
All
9.
right. This time, Lucid looks up and sees what looks like birds circling overhead.
That's probably fine.
From what you can see, they are large birds.
I'm sure that's not a big deal.
With the number you got, what you are actually seeing are three pterodactyl like creatures that are circling overhead.
I hope it's gonna be a T Rex.
as you're looking at these, the ground moves again, only this time more violently, as if the thing making it do it is coming closer.
Yeah, that's not ominous at all.
Time to go the other way.
The other way is back to the beach and back to your ship.
Oh, we have to go that way. Don't suppose you brought an invisibility cloak?
No.
Well, why am I the only person who comes prepared to these things?
Cause you randomly write spells for everything.
Where would I have gotten an invisibility cloak?
I mean, that's a good point.
I think the best course of action would be to go back into the castle at this point.
It is the only protection you currently have. How long that will last is anybody's guess.
I guess we go back into the castle.
And just as you get inside and close the door, you hear a large crashing noise.
Is it crashing against the door?
Not against the castle itself. You, you would actually have to get up, look through the peephole in the wooden door, and um. So what are you guys trying to do right now?
I guess I will go look through the peephole and see if I can figure out what is out there.
Just as you do that, a quite large hand you can see it because of this small amount of light around it.
Well, at least it's not a T-Rex.
No, it is a very large hand, however.
Maybe that was a T-Rex.
And just as the two of you, for lack of a better term, settle into the castle tonight, you will both have interesting hairdos to show off the. Well, I don't know what that was, but as you guys get back, step back into your castle, you hear a large crashing noise to the left of the castle, and then a few seconds later, you hear another one, as if something is coming toward the castle, or maybe more than one. Something is coming toward the castle.
I grab my boomstick and I'm like, do we want to go see what they want?
I'm still not even sure what they are.
Probably giants or something at this point.
Um, guess I could go to the door of the castle and stay inside, just open the door and look out and see what the hell is out there.
When you do that,
We're not going to get any sleep with all this banging.
Lucid was partially correct. What you see outside are, in fact, giants, but they are not adult giants. They are children of giants. And each one of them has a stick, which is the size of a tree, and they're running through the forest, through the jungle, just whacking on things with this with these tree-sized sticks, as children tend to do. But these children are 12 feet tall.
I'm sure that's fine.
So we probably shouldn't yell, "Hey kids, stay off of our lawn" out the door, because that wouldn't go well.
Hey kids, stay off of my lawn!
Yeah, I don't think that would be a great idea.
One of them turns their head when Lucid says that and sees you standing by the door.
I turn around and here's a lucid dude. I said not to say that.
Oh, I thought you said to say that. Seemed like
And
the appropriate thing to say at the time.
they both come bounding over to the castle. And they look at this thing, which,
Shut the door, shut the door, shut the door!
I shut the door.
and they look at this thing that they consider almost a small toy because to them, that's what it is.
Oh, you have a playhouse.
And they look at each other like, what's this? It wasn't here yesterday. And they decide to pick it up
Oh no.
and take it home with them
Oh no.
so they can play with it. And that's where we're going to end tonight, with the two of you being carried off by a pair of giant children in on an island which you've never been to and currently have no way of getting off of.
This is fine. They're probably taking us to their leader.
Uh,
Well,
well,
or,
we can at least hope that they'll get bored after a few minutes and just leave us somewhere so we can
or they
get
could be
out.
they could be taking you to their parents or to their village or both.
Kids, chances are they'll put us down and forget about us in, a matter of an hour or so, hopefully.
Or shake the castle violently
Oh God, no.
to see if there's anything in it.
No, we don't want them to do that.
But
Shaken baby syndrome.
but we will have to find that out in
On the next episode of Fallen Dragons,
basically
will
Sunday.
our heroes survive? Find out.
Uh, I wouldn't put money on it. But the next Fallen Dragons game is Sunday after next, so next week is Vampire, and then Fallen Dragons is the week after that. So, you guys have fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Um, by next week, I will have my own internet put in, and it'll be better than it was tonight.
Nice.
That got annoying. But
Yeah. But hey, it still was better than your old place for the most part.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
And it's better than uh Google Meets was.
yeah. Yeah, Melody said you signed up for StreamYard today or yesterday. So how did your game go on that?
It went really good.
It is a lot better than Google Meets and OBS and having to fuss with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely a lot easier.
yeah. So follow us on all of our social media. Um, Discord, Facebook, Twitter. I think that's the three we're on. Um, we're also on Anchor for our podcast, and this will go up on that the in the next couple of days. Yeah, that way, if you like podcasts better than watching video, you can listen to this craziness while you're doing something else. Um, Anybody else have anything?
Yeah, check out my books on Amazon. I've got 4 books of short stories. The links should be in the description here.
They always are. Um, how close to book number 5 would you say you are at this point?
That's not a fair thing to ask an artist.
I'm not sure at this point. Probably maybe a little less than halfway.
Okay. So I think that's all I have for now. Um, like I said, join us. Well, next Sunday will be Vampire, and then a couple days after that, the video and podcast will come out. So if you're following that game, look forward to that. And with that, I will say good night. Uh, and hopefully, we'll have all our players back next week and we can see what trouble they get into in Vampire.
See you next time.
So,
This episode has been brought to you by Rupert's Health Potions.